Hello, Painting with a Purpose friends. Today we are going to do a really super cute, super easy swan painting. The colors that you're going to need are a couple different shades of blue. So I've got a lighter blue, a darker blue, purple, this is a dark purple, white, and black. Not a lot of colors this time. You will also need a flat brush and your really skinny brush. All right, to get started, we're actually going to turn our canvas this way, I think. So we want it landscape, not portrait. And we're gonna start with your flat brush. And we're gonna take the bright blue and we're just going to draw a line about a third of the way up. This is our water line. Everything below that line is going to be this blue. Alright, without even wiping your brush, you're going to take some of that darker blue and we're just going to come in here on the sides and kind of add some of that darker blue. We're even going to take a little bit of our black. Not a lot, just a little bit. We really want the water to be kind of dark. It's going to be moonlit. Gonna wipe that off, that black that we put on there. I'm gonna go back with that bright blue and I'm gonna kind of come in here in the middle. I want the middle to be kind of lighter. I'm gonna wipe that off and I'm gonna come in with just a little bit of white right along here. And this is going to be where the moonlight is shining. Right, we are finished with our water for right now. We will go back to it in just a minute. Go ahead and rinse your brush really good. That blue off. We're going to start on the moon. So our moon is going to be white. And it is just going to be like a rainbow line. Just like so. Then fill that in. No need to wipe or rinse your brush. And we're going to go into that bright blue. And from the halfway point, leave a little space in between your white and your blue. But you're going to fill that side in with blue. All right, now we're going to rinse that off. And we're going to take our brush and we're going to put half of it blue. And we're going to put the other half white. And where the white is, goes on the white and the blue goes on the blue. You're just going to kind of pull that into the moon a little bit, and you're going to pull that white out a little bit. You can wipe that off. We're going to straighten this edge up when we're all finished with our sky. You're going to take that darker blue with a tiny bit of black, and in this corner it's going to be darker. I'm going to wipe the dark off, and I'm going to add some of the light blue, and I'm going to go right over that line of the dark and the light. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to rinse my brush really good, get all that dark off there. I'm going to go in with the light, and right along that line I'm going to do light. Okay, now on the other side, rinse your brush really well. We're going to use a purple, and we're going to lighten our purple just a smidge. Just a little bit of light. So take a little bit of white with your purple right along that moon, just above the white, you're going to do purple. All right, so right along that white, we're going to do some purple. Everything. We're going to take half of it white, your brush, and then the other half purple, and we're going to go right along that line. I'm going to pull some purple down and pull some white up. And in the middle, actually, let's start with this corner. So with this corner, we're going to take our darker purple. I'm going to add a little bit of black. And we're doing that curved type motion. All right, now rinse your brush and let's work on this center line. We don't want a harsh line right there, so we're gonna soften it. To soften it, you're gonna need some of your blue and purple on your brush. So I've just kind of layered it. And then you're just gonna go kind of back and forth in between here. You're gonna pull the purple down this way. Rinse your brush, get a little blue on there, and you're gonna pull the blue this way. You're just gonna kind of go back and forth across that seam. So you're pulling some of the purple into the blue, and you're pulling some of the blue into the purple. And it just kind of eliminates that harsh line right along there. I'm going to rinse my brush really, really good. I'm going to wipe it, and I'm going to come in with this white, and I'm going to go right along here in my moon with white and kind of blend this out a little bit more and blend it in a little bit more. Just like so. For the water line, we have to clean that up. So with that almost the darker blue and the black. So with that darker blue and the black, you're just going to come across there, even in front of the moon, all the way across, and give it a nice edge. Just like so. I'm going to work on this just a little bit of. Alright, now we've got to let our background dry, and we will work on our swan, our trees, and add some more water reflection. Alright, let's do our swans. You're going to mix up some black and some of the dark blue and make a really dark blue, like a midnight blue. That's actually going to be the color of your swans because they're in the shadow. And you're going to use your little small round brush. Now if you feel more comfortable drawing these first, you can, or I'm going to show you another way that you can do this. You can use white first. White is so easy to cover up, so if you make a mistake, you can use white. You're going to start just inside the moon, almost center. And you're just going to draw like a curvy. Now you really can't see this because it's white. You'll start to see it here in a minute. Alright, so once you have your kind of S line, from there, it kind of bumps up, and this is the back of the swan. And his body is an oval. Just like so. From here on the head, it gets a little fatter. So it kind of bubbles up and then comes back into a point. For his feet. So there's one. Let's use our dark color over that white, and you'll see the shape of him much better. There is one swan. To do his tail feathers, right off the arch of his back, you're just going to swoop them up. I'm going to add a little bit of bright blue in here so you can kind of see his little tail feathers. You guys see that? There is your swan. And we will make him darker in a minute when he dries. So you can go ahead and start working on your next one. This one's neck keeps getting fatter and fatter. You want their heads really close together. And you're just going to start the same way with like an S-shaped line. And then an oval body. And then just fill that in. Come off of his back and swoop up. All right, let's darken the other one up. That almost black color, because we added the white, he kind of lightened up. This is the one that has the huge neck. Maybe he's the male swan and he just has a bigger neck. All right, with that same brush, we're going to add some little trees, and we're going to use straight up black. And the majority of our tree is off the sides of the canvas. So we're just going to come in here, going to kind of form a heart almost. And one branch is going to start here. Fill that in. Off this branch, there are other little branches. Now that you have your trees the way that you want them, we're going to go back in and add a little more highlights to our water that are moonlit. So with your white, we're just going to kind of come in here and add a few little white lines. They're going to kind of go over the top of your geese. This is kind of like they're setting in the water. We're going to put some really white lines here in the middle. We're also going to add some darker lines. So wipe the white off. And we want to cast like a shadow from our geese. So with the black, you're going to have like a geese shadow that the geese are casting in the water. So the black is just going to go kind of underneath. You've added some white, so just go right underneath that white. And this is the shadow that the geese might be casting in the water. All right. Last thing we're gonna do, last thing we're gonna do, well, let me add some more white. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more white through here. Just love the way that white looks. Okay. So last, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some stars in the areas out here. So with your plastic brush, in those areas, you're just gonna dip it in and just gonna add some stars. Now you could just do one swan right in the center. Something fun would be if you guys have gotten some of that metallic paint that I use often. You can add some metallic blue through here. So this is that brand that you can get off of Amazon. It's that liquid metal Sargent Art. You can get like a 6-pack of this size. You can add some of that metallic in your water. So and it just kind of makes it's the same color of the blue, but it just adds the shine. So you can kind of see how it's just adding a little bit of shine in there where the blue is, where that light blue is, which is kind of fun. If you don't have the metallic, no worries, you don't have to use it. I'm like obsessed with the metallic paint nowadays. Metallic paint is right up there next to glitter with me. I've just been using a lot of it, and it's just been a lot of fun. So you can kind of see the shininess from the metallic paint. I hope you have enjoyed painting with me today. Check back and see our latest videos. Have a great day. Keep on creating and painting. Bye now.